How to develop courage? You should be yourself. Never try to feign somebody else. Take responsibility of your own choice. Make your own choice and accept that you are responsible for your choice. Next, I would say that you should keep your commitments. This is very important and this gives you courage. Apologize when you are wrong. Apologizing publicly requires a lot of courage. And if you have discovered your mistake, don't hesitate to apologize. Next, do something that scares you every day. We are all afraid of certain small things. So the best thing is that pick up one and do that. That will also help mitigating fear and developing courage. Then you must be with a strong determination. You should act. Make your willpower very strong. Next, face difficulties. Face difficulties upfront. Don't run away from difficulties. Don't let anything go under the carpet which you don't like. Be assertive. This is also very essential. You should be assertive. Then face difficult people without any hesitation. We have to face difficult situations. We have to face difficult people. So don't hesitate. If you keep on reminding yourself, that will also develop your courage. Then overpower your emotions, your attachments. If you are afraid of losing something, evidently you will not be having courage. But the moment you decide, no, nothing is fixed, everything is transient, so you will definitely develop courage. Now I'll refer and read from the Bhagavad Gita, chapter 1, Shlok 29 and 30. This explains the condition of Arjuna when he is just looking at his relatives on both sides of the battlefield. O Lord Krishna, after watching my own relatives who are ready to fight, keenly looking forward for a war, my limbs are becoming cold, my mouth is turning dry, my whole body is harboring a shivering sensation. I can't even hold my Gandhi Dhanush, which is about to fall from my hands. My skin is burning and confusion is reigning supreme in my mind. I am finding it difficult to remain standing. This is the condition of Arjun's mind when he sees his relatives on both the sides, and thus he talked to Lord Krishna. Finding Arjun in such a state, Lord Krishna says, Kunti Putra, any state or situation that may bring joy or grief, like summer or winter, they are all transient. They come and they go. Therefore, you have to bear these. Because a brave, noble, mature mind who retains his calm, even in changing circumstances, and is not disturbed by joy or by grief, his soul becomes worthy of salvation, and undoubtedly this gives him courage which is indomitable. Further, in chapter 6, Shlok 6, Krishna goes on to say, the human being who has conquered the body, including the senses and the mind, is his own friend. But the person who has not conquered the body, senses, or the mind is his own enemy. Now, the person who has conquered himself is courageous, not the other one. Krishna advises Arjun to be free from Karam Bandhan. He says, when you dedicate all your deeds to me, the Almighty, you will be freed from Karam Bandhan. As a result of your unattached, unselfish deeds, and after attaining this freedom, you will become brave, you will assume my form, and you will merge with me. In chapter 14, Lord Krishna explains to Arjun the three gunas, how the three gunas work and are responsible for our personality, are responsible for our deeds. Now, in Shlok 6, he says, Nishpap Arjun, among these three gunas, Satgun being pure, enlightened, and is without any defect. Satgun breeds joy and wisdom and is associated with bravery, valor. However, Rajogun is born out of desire and attachment. Rajogun binds the Atman with actions and the results thereof. In this condition, the man is extremely possessive, extremely anxious to do and get the results. Finally, Arjun Tamogun, which degrades the human being, is born out of ignorance. Tamogun binds the soul with lethargy and tendency to carry out the pointless, worthless jobs. But he should follow the Sadguna, which is his tendency. In chapter 18, Shlok 63, Lord Krishna says, I have now imparted to you the most confidential and rare knowledge. You must assimilate this knowledge, apply your mind, and then do whatever you want to do. So use your choice, use your decision, use your discretion. So this is what Lord Krishna tells Arjun. But by this time, Arjun understands the crux of his duty, the crux of life, the importance of courage, the importance of not being emotional. And he says that I will do whatever you have advised me to do. Arjun said, with your grace, my attachment has been destroyed. I have regained my lost memory. Now I am standing here without any kind of doubt. Therefore, I will obey your order and I am ready to fight.